The House of Representatives on Tuesday passed for first reading a bill that seeks to ban public and civil servants, including their families, from using private educational and health institutions. The proposed legislation to restrict public servants to the use of public facilities sponsored by Amobi Oga aims at compelling government workers to rely on public institutions for education and medical care. Oga argued that the trend of public officials sending their children to private or foreign schools and traveling abroad for medical care worsened the decay in public facilities. He lamented that in 2024, Nigeria allocated 1.336 trillion naira to healthcare, a situation he said was a far cry from the estimated 1.6 trillion naira Nigerians spend annually on medical treatments abroad. Well, the Rise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to discuss this move by the lawmakers and the feasibility of making it work. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale. Many thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure being here as usual.
Can we talk about the timing and feasibility of this?
Well, it's well-intentioned, but the practicability is the problem. And honestly, I'm not a skeptic, but I doubt the motive behind it. If the motive behind it is pure, I applaud it. I applaud it because it's meant to increase efficiency in our hospitals and schools so that at the end of the day, people can feel confident of the quality of service they get in the health services, in the health sector, and the education, quality of education the children get in the schools. But look at it. The history or trajectory to this has not been very honest. See, our last president who died, we have reports now that was at a clinic that was spending 3,800 pounds or so per day. That is not on. And we have been spending money, about 21 billion was voted for the State House Clinic. That's not been finished. And it seems nobody goes near the place. You see, if I want to be sarcastic, I will quote two issues. A former governor, one of our best journalists, Mr. Onabanjo, was governor of the state. He was a sickly man. He used to go abroad. And when he asked him one day, he said, why are you going there when you have free education, free medical services on the ground? He said, life has no duplicate. You know, you can't argue with that sort of thing now. And it is on record, too, that Buhari's former press secretary, the former editor of a newspaper, once said that if Buhari has relied on being treated in Nigeria, would have died a long time ago. Of course, the enemy took him on that, and they are still at it. But the intention is noble, is to make sure that these lawmakers, they are the people voting the funds and all that. If they make sure that the hospitals are well-funded, well-maintained, well-staffed, and people don't, it's not the cemetery for people to go and die, then they too will go there. So that's why I said the intention is pure, the practicability, the possibility of it going into reality is another daydreaming. So let's leave it at that for now.
Mr. Sobowale, and just to add to that, I remember not too long ago, in the same administration, the vice president had surgery, I think a knee surgery or thereabout, at a Oshibaju hospital in Lagos. But sometimes you tend to wonder how many Nigerians can actually afford that treatment. At least he saved some money by doing it here in Lagos. You find a scenario whereby the doctors that actually attended to him, where they had the experience outside, and they did it here. So back to the legislators, don't forget they're also politicians in their own right. So why would they want to change, from a lack of patronage of public utilities, something they've been used to for a long time? We've only seen one voice bringing out this bill or suggestion.
That's past the stage.
Okay, fine.
So it's moving.
Okay, it's moving, but to a large extent, will he actually see the light of day? You express a bit of, skepticism, which is it's okay, given the kind of people there.
I expect it to see the light of day.
All right.
You get me now? Passing a bill is one thing. Making it into law is one thing. Following the law is another thing. It's over a year ago that we gave autonomy to for the local government.
Yeah.
For greater fiscal economy. It has not been workable, it has not been realizable, but the law is there. So that is the reality of politics and unintended consequences. And you never know. They say nobody can stop an idea whose time has come. Maybe this is the time to practicalize this thing.
Could be.
So don't write off these legislators. Let us, at least for once, applaud their motive or their intention. They are salutary and public-spirited. I pray it gets through. But then, to be the seventh wonder of the world, and we shall all be spectators there.
Yeah. I hope so, Mr. Sobowale.
Don't you think, don't you think we should be more than spectators here, and we should actively make sure whatever they put forward that, hey, look, you've done this law, if it becomes law, stick by it.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
No, repeat your question.
No,
Yes,
that.
it's about, okay, fine. If the law does pass, if it becomes law,
yes,
There's
a matter of implementation.
Yes, implementation. But who ensures
that will be very beautiful.
Yes, but who ensures that they
try to be an
implement it?
optimist.
Oh, well.
For once. Yes, if it works out.
Yeah.
I mean, I said to be the seventh wonder of the world. It's almost unbelievable, but it's on the ground.
Indeed,
Let's hope it gets through.
Hopefully, Mr. Sobowale. Like you said, this is a great objective.
Yes.
But can we talk about the approach?
Yeah.
Is this the best approach to improve our healthcare and education quality by compelling or forcing politicians?
It is the best approach.
Is the best approach.
I can answer that.
Okay.
Unequivocally.
Since you've answered that, that's great. So now, since we always find a way around situations, a Nigerian.
Is that a crime?
No. Since we usually find a way around situations, do you anticipate that this policy may drive politicians to use private facilities under false identities or through proxies?
Look, let us live with the possibility of this becoming a reality. That's where we are. We can only speculate, so don't go beyond, don't jump the gun.
For now.
Let us dare to speculate that this is a possibility. You get me? And it could be. Theoretically, I think it is good because it will improve the efficiency of our people. Then people cannot say if they go overseas, they go because life has no duplicate. Then they can always tell people that your life is safe in our corridors, in the hospital, and for the education of your children. Because even those who send children abroad, many of those children don't come back. But they get adapted to life there. And I've seen people lamenting that their children are not here and all that. And especially public servants.
Very good.
So if this can work out, and I doff my hat to the legislator moving it, if it works out, and since they make the law, they should be able to implement it. Ceteris paribus, they should be able to implement it. So let's leave it at that.
It's not just about implementation, I think, Mr. Sobowale, but what about cutting off the easy means at which they get the funds, for them to embark on these foreign trips to
Look,
isn't that part of the process here?
That's right. Legislation. You see, I've said it here before. If a government has a policy, it must first of all vote money to implement that policy. So that doesn't need to be going cap in hand every time to the legislature. That's what Trump has just done with this big, beautiful bill. He has gotten funds to send people back to wherever to do whatever he wants to do. Yes. And I will assume, since this is originating from the legislature, if eventually it passes, although there are so many self-interest, So that is but you are Nigerians, let us say the intention, I said the motive is pure to lead to efficiency and efficacy, and it will make our lives safer and our children to have education right here. But then you have not spoken about the strikes. That's part of the things driving people overseas. All those things are there. It looks like an uphill task. But don't let us be pessimists. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, Mr. Sobowale, let's talk for a moment about, since you mentioned Trump, one of your favorite examples or points of reference. Are there any
countries the world now? So anyway, go ahead.
Of course. Are there any countries that come to mind that may have similar policies where they attempted such and succeeded that remind you of this?
Our former colonial masters, they are the best.
Okay.
At that, the NHS, you get me? You are treated at your point of need. And the education, universities are one of the best in the world. And they give scholarship, they give endowments, and so on. You are copying them at the outset. You had 5 universities, UI, and all that. Yeah. Okay, I went to university as a prelim student. I was in HSC. It was my mom, a teacher, who got the form for me. I didn't know what was called prelim, and I did the exam. If you had good grades in those days, you entered any LBU, Unilag, and all that. It's those who had lower grades, their parents will sponsor overseas. But things have changed now because of the strikes in the universities. People have money, send their children overseas or send them to private universities. But what this man, the legislator, has done, and his colleagues who are supporting him, it's not to get forlorn or lose hope that they can still redress this situation. And they have my applause for that. Yes.
All right, it's past the first reading. You think the upper chamber will buy into this?
I think this past the second reading. It's a legislative process. When they kill it, we will know, or we may not know, whatever. But it is well-intentioned. It is public-spirited, and it is in the interest of all of us to see that, or to pray that it works, or sees its way through.
I know you say I'm jumping the gun, but could this policy actually harm public services by creating maybe a 2-tier system where politicians get special treatment within public facilities?
No, you have missed the point. They are trying to hold public servants to stay home and not go abroad.
I'm saying if it's seen through, if it's implemented, do we end up having a 2-tier system?
Even if you have a 10-tier system, as long as people get treated at point of need, and children get educated according to the tenure of their education, what's wrong with that?
No problem. 2 tiers, 10-tier systems. Right.
As long as it works.
Oh, indeed. On that note, Mr. Dayo Sobowale, Rise News analyst, I'd like to thank you for your thoughts on that issue. It's good to have you with us.